Hello and welcome to BizRun. This short video is going to show you how to activate e-forms in BizRun. We call them BizE-Forms. I'm logged in here as Arista Cates. She is a system administrator as well as a manager of a department. And she is going to click Settings, BizE-Forms, and then activate the forms that she wants to be functional with onboarding of employees. There are several different types of forms in BizRun. Some are created by us for your use for specific government forms. Examples would be the I-9 form and the W-4. Other types that are more customizable include the embedded content form, which is a form that lets you input text for the form and create a signature statement. So the text might say, "We have had a conversation about tardiness, and I am going to strive to not be tardy any in the next quarter." And the signature statement could say, "I agree with it, I've read this and understand our policy," and then the employee is able to sign that. So that's a quick sort of on-the-fly form that you can create. The PDF form, an example might be an offer letter to an employee where you create an offer on company stationery and you scan it, or you create electronically and create a PDF, and you want them to receive the PDF and then sign, and you can create a signature statement there that also says, "I agree with the terms of employment," that sort of thing. And they're able to electronically sign that. And then the last one is a URL form. And this is one where you can create a form where there's a link to anything on your intranet or internet. And an example might be an anti-harassment video and one that you've created for training. And you can create this e-form that links to that. They are able to watch it on their phone or on their computer and then sign with a signature statement that might say, I understand, I've watched the video on our anti-harassment policy, I understand, and will comply with it, and then they're able to electronically sign it. Another example of that, instead of a video, might be a link to your employee handbook that's on your intranet or on the cloud if you use that. So all of those types of forms are available, so we're going to click Submit, and those are all now active forms in this BizRun account. The next thing we'll be doing is going into Settings, Tasks, and Tasks are where you attach the forms. So this particular example is going to use onboarding a person, and we are going to show you how to add one of each of those types of forms. The first one is the ones that are created by the BizRun team that mimic the required information on government forms. So I'm going to say Add New Tasks. And the first one we're going to do is the W-4 form for a new employee. We're going to click BizE-Form Task, and we're just going to select W-4. We're going to make this a required task. That's what the locked applies to. The assigned to can be the employee. So since we're doing onboarding, it's going to be the target, the person who is being onboarded. And so we just leave it as employee. We could change that for different types of forms to actual employees by name that are already in the system. But we're going to leave this as employee so that the system knows that it's the new employee that's onboarding. Visibility of the W-4 form, we're going to restrict to the employee themselves. The system administrator can always see everything in BizRun because they are the system administrator, but we're also going to include the compensation administrator so that they can make sure that that W-4 information gets into the payroll system. So we're going to click Submit on that, and then we're also going to add the I-9 form that is required for assuring that a person is eligible to work in the country. And so we'll select the I-9 form. That is also for the employee to fill out. The first part, there's a final second part where an administrator or supervisor confirms the information, and that will show you in a subsequent video. So the employee can see their I-9, and we will leave it to where only the employee and the system administrator is going to be privy to that form. So we hit submit. Now, we're going to also create BizE-Forms to show you how a embedded content form would work, a PDF, and a URL, and I'll be doing those in separate videos. Thank you.